Hello and welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. In today's video, we're going to dive from the shop outside into my wood area. And I'm going to show you the second wood structure that I've built. First one was made for about 4.5 cord, and this one you could probably house 1.5 cord to 2 cord depending on your stacking. But I'm going to show you that. So let's head on out and check out those wood structures. Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dan Shannon. I enjoy woodworking as a hobby and being out in the shop. On this channel, dive deep into my shop as we explore tools and tool reviews, as well as chatting about everything related to woodworking. If this grabs you by the tool belt, please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. Okay, so this is the original woodshed that I built. You can see a review of that. I'll put a link just above for this woodshed. So basically I showed a video of this being built, how I built the structure, the pallets I used, kind of the in-depth look. This holds 4.5 cord of wood. So this is my main woodshed. I put a door on it, and I recently, since the video, I've added this plastic on the inside before I filled it with wood. And the main reason why I put the plastic on here is during the winter months you have a lot of snow, and as soon as the wind blows it at an angle, this will actually have snow on the inside. So I want to protect it a little bit from the elements. So I put this plastic, and it's easy to do. You just buy a roll of vapor barrier you use in your house over top the insulation, and you install this vapor barrier on the inside. So that helps against the weather. I didn't know how well it would breathe. I usually leave this door open throughout the summertime so that there's lots of airflow on the inside of the woodshed so the wood can breathe. So I usually leave that open unless I know it's going to have a downpour of rain, just so the air can flow. I also have the gable ends on either side. I have some mesh put in there so that there's lots of airflow and the moisture from the wood can get out quite easily. So far I haven't seen any moisture droplets at all on the plastic, which is a good sign. I checked the back as well, so it means the wood is breathing the way it should. Well, let's jump into the second structure that I just built. Okay, so this is my second structure I built. You can see the first structure is in the background. So I wanted them very close to each other just for looks, and also this is my wood prep area. So this is the second structure, and this is built from pallets, whereas that one actually has 2x6, 2x4, and 1x8. This is primarily built from pallets. So I'm going to do a view of the whole inside, kind of around how I built it. But basically what I wanted in this structure compared to the other structures, I wanted one side to be kindling wood. And basically that is your starter wood for any of your fires. I needed a spot. Obviously I couldn't fit my kindling inside there, and if I could, it'd be kind of hard and awkward to kind of situate it. Here was a perfect setup so that I could have my kindling perfectly set up just fine. And then on this side is kind of fire pit wood. Now it doesn't have to be fire pit wood. This is just my setup. So I have a divider, 2 pallets on the inside to kind of segregate the 2 sections. And for me, this is kind of all my junk wood for the fire pit use in the yard, and kind of have that separation in this particular unit. So yeah, the front is 2x8s. These were used as forms for concrete, so they're kind of a little beat up, which is this kind of structure. I did it all for free minus the screws, which was great. So the front facial is the 2x8s, and then I have a 2x6 on the top, and this is just 1x6 left over from the previous woodshed. Then on the side here, I just used pallet boards. So I ripped apart a bunch of pallets. I had a stack of pallets, softwood. The two base pallets are hardwood, so I wanted something that lasts a long time on the ground due to moisture. And another great thing about having pallets on your ground is airflow. So you get lots of airflow from the back and the front and from the side, so it keeps your wood nice and dry. What I did on the side of this woodshed, which I thought was a great idea, is most of the time you have pallets and there's quite a wide gap in between each wood strip. So what I did is I ripped other pallets apart, and then I just bridged the gap from the wider strip and then the outside. I also put a transition strip from here to here and the base as well, going lengthwise, just so that the boards could set off about a ½ inch. And the reason for that is airflow can still get from either side of these boards and cause the wood to dry out. So I didn't want the snow to come in from the wind blowing at different angles. I also wanted the airflow to have really good access into the woodshed. That's very important when you're drying wood. And then the top here, I just put a nice decorative 2x6 border just to kind of make it look quite sharp. And then of course the two corners, actually the four on the whole perimeter, I just capped it in nice just to kind of mimic my other woodshed. So I also did that with pallet wood. So this whole thing is done by Pallets, which is great. They were free. I was able to get them, quite easily with my truck. So using pallet wood. The only thing that took time was ripping them apart, which makes sense. Pallets are put together quite well. So let's have a view on the back side. So here's the back side of the woodshed. Pretty much the same design on the back for airflow to go around the wood. On the very back, I didn't continue with my 2x6 because I have tarp here and I wanted the water to run off the back side. And if I had a board here, it would cause the moisture to go in behind the board and rot it out. And I didn't want that. So I wanted nothing to obstruct the back here. And yeah, so basically the same idea as I did on the side for the back wall. And here's the far side, same idea for airflow, pallets as well to bridge the gaps in the pallets. Also, I have the tarp goes under each gable side, so you can see underneath there's the tarp, and then with the 2x6 to finish off the roof. So let's jump around front. So here's a look on the inside. You can see the tarp and the pallets that I have. So this woodshed is made up of 2 pallets for the wall, 2 pallets for the back, 2 pallets for this inside wall, And then we go to the other side. You can't really see the pallets because they're buried right now due to all the wood, but there's the roof pallets and the two end pallets. So what I did here to get my proper pitch is I took the second pallet. So the first pallet I put on my treated pallets, which are on the floor on either side. The blue is hardwood treated, and then of course the white is the untreated softwood. So I put my first pallet all the way around the perimeter first, and then my second pallet I put on, and I wanted to see what my pitch was. So I measured from the corner up to the top, and that was the height that I wanted for this woodshed. And then I just went to the very back, kept the pallet full, installed it, and then I took a chalk line and I went from the top to the back, snapped a chalk line, then took my circular saw and then cut the angle. So I did that for both sides. And then I took a piece of the pallet that I had for to block that top to make it structurally sound. And then the roof, I had 4 pallets screwed together, so you can see right there, there's where the 2 pallets, and then I judged based on how much overhang I wanted on the roof line. So I brought that forward and then secured that. So basically I did a visual of, I guess, of what I wanted in the end and how it would look, and then I kind of brought the roof line out. And of course I wanted a slight overhang on either side so that when the rain came down it didn't go into the wood. So just kind of a little design that I did for this, and as I went I just kind of figured out my design you know, on the fly. I didn't have anything pressing that I worked with, just as I went. So you can take a piece of paper and kind of write down what you want for your design, but I kind of you know, went on as I was going. I didn't have any set design in place, and I might actually put some trim up in there just to kind of mimic the front, but I'm not sure if I will due to moisture. So kind of we'll have to see as I go. But yeah, that's kind of a look at my second woodshed and how I built that. Like I said, if you don't have a lot of wood, or basically you're just using outdoor campfires and you want something that's very easy to build and a nice structure at the end of the day that looks pleasing, this might be something for you to work at and build. Like I said, it's just pallets that I used, other than of course the front facial and the perimeter on the roof line. But yeah, that's just a look at the woodshed that I just built, and it coincides with my original woodshed, and you can see that build on my channel. So that was a look at my second woodshed. Hopefully you liked the build, and don't forget to check out my original woodshed if you need something a little bit bigger. But yeah, it's something you can put your hands to, customize it the way you want. You don't have to have a roof overhang. You can design it any which way you want. But the goal is just to have something to keep your wood dry, whether it's for outdoor use or whether it's to heat your home. So yeah, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please click on that subscribe button to be part of the Shop Talk family. I appreciate your views and any comments you might have regarding this or any other video I might have on my channel. So once again, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.